Hey guys, my name is Jacob Lamphere. This is probably take 50 or so, so hopefully this one works out and I get something good on this one. So today I'm going to be discussing a program that was written in 1993, the year I was born. In my opinion, it's a pretty significant program. It you can still see some hints of it in web browsers we see today, like Google Chrome, Safari, Internet Explorer, Mozilla Firefox. I'm of course talking about the NCSA Mosaic Web Browser, written in 1993 by Mark Anderson and Eric Bila. This was a very significant web browser for a few reasons. Two being the main ones. One, it was the first web browser to integrate hyperlinks into its interface. You see the blue hyperlinks here. This is what a mosaic, like a screenshot of a mosaic page would look like. Today, we kind of take hyperlinks for granted. We see them everywhere, and it's just one of those things. It's kind of like it's not very spectacular. But back in 1993, this was cutting edge stuff. The other thing being that Mosaic was the first web browser to actually take pictures and text and kind of put them together in a visually pleasing way, and it looked like it was almost effortless. So, it was cutting edge stuff back in 1993, and a lot of the common things that you see today came from Mosaic. Things like the forward and back buttons on your computer here, the URL, the stuff like that. It had to come from somewhere. Well, Mosaic was where it got its start at. So it was pretty cool to see that stuff that was in Mosaic be in almost everything that we see today with our web browser. I'm going to be using the book to cite a lot of information here. I got to look on the web. It has some good stuff, but a lot of good stuff is going to be in our book. So after it's done, if you want to go in here and read up a little bit on it, I would suggest it. And it's some pretty informative stuff here. It says here that Mark Anderson and Eric Bina, wrote this whenever they were in college at the University of Illinois. So, it kind of shows you, something that can be written, in a college university that kind of transcends, time like it has. A decade in computing is like 100 years, something like that. So to see something back in 1993 make its way to 2014, maybe not in the same program, but some of the things that it had in it's pretty cool stuff. Anderson got a job for the National Center of Supercomputing Applications. This is kind of where he got his start at. This is kind of the platform he used to kind of grow the Mosaic product, if you will. Throughout. And Anderson, went from being some college kid in the dorm room to being on the cover of Time magazine, the Golden Geeks. Haven't read the article, but I plan on it after I get done with this project here. It said that Mosaic released a version of it over the internet, made with these use of hypertext with full hypertext capabilities of the World Wide Web. That kind of goes into what we're saying about the hyperlinks. How I use hyperlinks to get in and get stuff, make it a little more user friendly for the user. Hyperlinks were a different color, made once again visually pleasing to the eye. It lets you know this is a hyperlink. It's in blue. You can click on it. It'll redirect you to another page. One of the things that I saw was interesting was Mosaic was something that was a stepping stone to Netscape. The guys that were in the Netscape Communications Corporation were a lot of the same guys that were in the Mosaic. Mosaic were responsible for writing the Mosaic product. Jim Clark, the founder of Silicon Graphics, suggested they commercialize the invention. A businessman comes along and says, "Hey, look, this is some good stuff. We should take this product and move it forward into something bigger and better." University of Illinois objected. They didn't like the idea. They liked the idea of it for more like a college experiment. But they said, I don't really see much. I don't see much in this. We're not gonna go forward and push this product. Well, they went ahead and abandoned the Mosaic ship and started the Netscape Communications Corporation. Like I said, a lot of the same guys there. So it's very similar to what happened with Eckert and Maltzley. They moved into something different, and then they took off and pioneered their uh, their product. 1997, Mosaic kind of met its end. It stopped getting funding, and it gave way to a lot of the if I can find my graphic here, I don't think I got it, but it gave way to a lot of the big name corporations, big name web browsers like Google Chrome, Internet Explorer, all those big guys kind of took over after '97. They took off AOL and whatnot. So um, you know, seeing something like this, everything's got to have a start, and eventually things get phased out, and that doesn't take away from their significance. Even though Mosaic met its end, uh, into funding in '97, and it kind of went forward a little whiles after that, but about early 2000s, it kind of phased out completely. But even though it's gone, it doesn't take away from the fact that it was a very important moment in the history of computing. So I hope you take this and take my stuttering, bumbling self and really want to come in and look at Mosaic a little more and a little more in depth, and do some research on it yourself, because it's really interesting, and it'll kind of help you get a better understanding of why we have what we have and how all this stuff came to be, to where I can go into my Google tab bar, my Google toolbar, and type in Facebook and get on Facebook all day. It's pretty cool stuff. So, I hope you enjoyed this presentation. I hope this is the last one I got to do. But y'all have a great summer. Have a great semester. Hope your semester ends up great, and have a safe and productive day. Thanks.